Hello. Please, my name is Aurelian Popa from Romania. I represent Romanian.net User Association, and for our users, real quick, if you can introduce yourself, telling us what's your role here inside Microsoft and what you do.
You bet. My name is Brad Bartz.
Hi, Brad.
I'm the Group Program Manager for the Web Development Tools, and my alias is Bradley B. That's B-R-A-D-L-E-Y-B. And our team is really responsible for the integration of ASP.NET into Visual Studio. So we provide all of the design time tooling, the HTML editor, the CSS editor, the JavaScript editing in IntelliSense. We provide the compilation, the F5 experience for debugging. We provide the Cassini. Developer server.
Which will be phased out, right?
Yes, actually, and that's phased out not in a bad way.
Yeah.
We're actually moving forward to a product called IS Express, which will have better support for. Actually, I don't even know IS Express. Has that been announced? Is that allowed to?
I think it will. It will be public in 3 days.
Community group, though. I don't think that's.
We'll see.
No.
If not, I will cut it.
Yeah, you should cut that.
I will put a beep. Beep.
Put a beep. But at any rate, our team provides basically the ASP.NET authoring experience inside Visual Studio.
So what we have to be what we should pay attention to in terms of Visual Studio 2010, this web designer tools and everything. What's the big?
Couple of big things that are coming are JavaScript IntelliSense is much improved over 2008. So now we actually give much richer IntelliSense. Dynamic types now show up in IntelliSense. We also have the ability to do HTML snippets and ASP.NET snippets. So you can now get a lot more productivity gains. And one of the other big features in 2010 is our new web deployment technology, which is a new technology from IIS called web deployment. And actually the command line utility is MS Deploy. It's also known as MS Deploy. But basically it's a technology for packaging up your web application, all the files, the database, all the logic into a nice little single file package that can then be deployed to a remote server and installed on that remote server, including all the IIS settings, your files, and your data in one package. So that's new and big in 2010. Very useful technology.
When do you project it will be released? Around Mix or what?
No, the final release of 2010, I think it's been announced on Jason's blog. I don't have the official release dates, but I believe it was sometime in April.
April. So it's after Mix. When is it Mix?
Yeah, Mix is usually early March.
Early March, so it's after Mix. It's not going to be. And in terms of, if you can tell us a little bit about non-NDA stuff, about the next version, if you are allowed, or what's
Actually, I'd love to get your feedback on what we should do in the next version. We're still very much trying to finish up our current version, which is 2010. We know that there are some key scenarios that we want to improve on in the future. Refactoring is a big one. We want to get refactoring productivity enhancements. We also want to have more standard supports for HTML5, CSS3, as well as better workflow for things like one of the big complaints we hear about, or challenges we hear on web developers, is knowing the differences between different browsers and how they handle rendering and layout. So the Expression web product actually has a nice product called Super Preview, and we've had a lot of requests for better integration of Super Preview. So we're looking at a lot of different things that we could be doing in the next release of Visual Studio. But most importantly, I'd love to hear feedback from your community on what they'd like to see coming in the next release of Visual Studio.
What are the main channels of providing feedback for a normal user or a non-MVP user? For a normal user,
the best way to give feedback on web development is actually go to our team blog, which I actually have here, and I think it was captured at the beginning of this video.
Yeah, I will do it again at the end.
Yeah, blogs.msdn.com web tools, and if you go, or web dev tools. If you go there, there's aliases for providing feedback, all kinds of current information. We have a lot of tips and tricks blog posts there that with suggestions and techniques. So that's a great resource for doing web development with Visual Studio, is that blog.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And I will close by filming again this one. Thanks.